Up next, the Bulls taking on the Grizzlies. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. This should be a fun one, Greg. Two teams that are among the most athletic in the NBA.
And I don't know if it'll be a track meet, but it will be an up-tempo game. And that's the only way these teams know how to play.
And we'll see MP facing off with John Morant here in this one. These two are meeting for the first time this season.
You think about the raw athleticism that John Morant brings to the table, one of the toughest players to contain off the dribble. And once he gets in close, he can finish over anybody.
And perhaps a bit of a feeling out process, but I expect it won't take long for them to get it going and put on a show.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Woolridge, Jayshawn Tate out there with Jackson. Then it's Morant, and it's Peterson in at the shooting guard position. Here's Morant, following the basket by MP. Out to Morant, jacks up a three, bangs home the trifecta. Morant's got 5 points so far.
Quick shot by John Morant. As soon as he's got the rock, he's into his motion.
Here's MP, and that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MP.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Pass to Thompson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies team.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
Here's Peterson. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Tate against Griffin. Rebound by the Bulls.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here is Woolridge. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's Peterson. And the pass to Tate. Here's Morant. And the rejection by MP. Passes to Peterson. From deep three-point territory. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. So for Chicago, their last game, a win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Griffin can't get it to go in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
With the crossover, Peterson misses. And here's MyCareer. They'll bring it up for Chicago. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
They embrace the challenge as well. They hit big shot after big shot to keep the other team at bay.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Memphis. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Deflects the pass. Morant with the steal. Will it go? And it's good on the layup. Morant's got 7 points.
Even with the contact there, it's hard to knock Ja Morant out of his rhythm.
Here's MP. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Riding the hot hand, and why not? If something's working, keep going to it.
Morant passes to Jackson. In the corner, Tate with it. Misses the 3. The Bulls leading by 3. And a wide open look for MP. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Banchero against Jackson. A shot by Tate with no one around. It's good from long range.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
Chambers kicks to MP. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Morant against Banchero. Morant passes to Woolridge. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Thompson. He's getting around 8 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
I love it because he does so many things well. Defenses have to account for him even when he's not scoring.
Bulls making a switch here. Randall's checked in. Chicago trailing. Now MP. Last time out he had 44 points. Here's Chambers and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just slicing the D to pieces in the pick and roll. MP textbook play.
Morant with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good. The Bulls have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Morant. Following the basket by MP. There's Jackson with the 3. Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Now, here's Hunter. He's got 15. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
What vision from MP.
And here's Morant. No good on that one. Good D by Thompson. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Hunter. And then Hunter with the jam.
Woo! Did you guys see that? I can't believe MP brought that out in the game.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Let's keep it up.
Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. Number 1, the Bulls.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Now, here's Morant for 3. Randall grabs the board. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. MP against Tate. MP passes to Randall, and Randall throws it down.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
So it's the Grizzlies now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Jackson, great positioning on the putback.
In terms of raw tools, Jaren could become one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. We'll see how it plays out.
Now, here's MP. He's got 17. And here we go. Morant heading to the...
Yes. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Right wing, here's Tate. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now just a 2-point Chicago lead.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Here's Peterson. 11 points last game, and it's denied. MP passes to Randall. Shoots over Tate. Randall with the bucket. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Well, it's tough to score when you're getting stuffed on every attempt. Great job getting the hands up so far, making life difficult on shooters.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Here's Peterson. Following the basket by Julius Randle. Count it, good.
This is a big target coming off the pick and roll. Jaren's lethal in this set.
MP deciding where to go with it. Floats it up for Randall. At the top of the key, Thompson. From the top of the key, he buries it.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Peterson. Woolridge a screen on Thompson. Here's Peterson. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
The Grizzlies trail by 7. Now here's Morant. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
And that one's good. Hunter.
His shot making has been superb this quarter. He's taken over this game.
And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
I was surprised they put up so little fight. That was not the team I expected to see that night. The defender didn't block that dunk, but he changed it, and that's as good as a block. Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
1:43 left to play here in the first. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Carter, he's checked in for Chambers. Zach LaVine comes in for MyCareer. And Ball subbed in for Thompson.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Now, MP. Following the miss by Ja Morant from deep. And Randall throws it down.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
They're Smart after the Bulls pick up 2. Morant, good, and Smart gets the assist. Morant's got 14.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And then Randall slams it in.
Showing not just the dominance, but the creativity. Randall with the highlight reel play.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. And then Carter with the jam.
Carter specializes in this, competing on the glass and converting the second chance opportunity.
And the foul called on MP. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Carter out there with Randall. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then it's Ball. And it's Hunter in at the point guard. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, MP in the last time out against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He had 44 points and his passing was incredible with all of those assists. An amazing performance. Probably won't see a night like that anytime soon. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
MP passes to LaVine. Outside for Randall. No good from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 14. Pass to Tillman. The three from Morant. Drills it from outside. Morant's got 8 here in the quarter.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
MP left side. There's the three. Oh, MP sinks the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Morant surveying the D. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Griffin's checked in for the Bulls.
And it is hard to hold MP down. He just keeps coming at you. What a night.
Morant with it. He's got 24. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Off target from outside. Bulls leading by 16. Here's Hunter. Good on the bucket. Hunter's got 33.
Okay, go ahead and flex on him, MP. Nice hustle for that second chance bucket.
Here's Morant. Oh, and he just jams it right over MP. Wow.
Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant able to create scoring opportunities for himself.
MP passes to Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
And it's Morant missing.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Ball with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
MP against Morant. That one rolling around and rims out.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Here's Carter. Kicks it out to MP. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
Thompson, he's checked in for Lonzo Ball. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Smitty, back in the 2001-2 season, you led the NBA in three-point shooting. Over 47% from deep. Did you play in the wrong era?
I don't think so, Kevin, but I do wish at times I could have played a few seasons in this era. That season, I only took about 3 trades per game. Now, I'd be taking like 15, Kevin. You got to give a lot of credit to Wendell. He moves well without the ball, gets to the right spot, and has great hands.
On the wing, Thompson. Fires the three. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Here's Morant. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
To the middle. Grizzlies with the rebound. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Julius Randle picks one up. The Grizzlies have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. Woolridge is checked in for the Grizzlies. So he gets them both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunity, get to the line.
And then Carter with the dunk.
An explosive big man, Wendell Carter Jr., exciting around the rim.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And it's going to come down to...
And so it's Chicago, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute.
Pleased to have you tune in. What better way to start than by checking out the contenders for the dunk contest on All-Star Weekend?
Now that it's crunch time, I'm feeling nervous for some of these guys. The voting is almost over.
Honestly, I think every guy who has a real chance.
And as for our matchup, what a tremendous first half it was for the Bulls.
The way this has looked, this must feel like a shoot-around to them. They're jogging to spots and getting open. I think I could even get open right now, Shaq.
Kenny, we've seen you run to the board. You're not getting open.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Jaren Jackson. Also Woolridge out there. Jae'Sean Tate out there with Morant. And it's Peterson in at the 2 guard.
You guys, a big part of what makes MP special is his incredible work ethic. This is a guy who's just always in hustle mode. Every play trying to do more for his team.
Here's Morant. Plays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 39.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
To the inside. Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, big-time dunk by Banchero. I like seeing the aggressive side of this young man.
Outside Jackson. Woolridge a screen on Banchero. Here's Jackson. Great defense that time from Banchero. MP, that's for 2. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And it's Chicago scoring again.
These are big buckets. He's been instrumental in helping them try to close out this game.
Morant finds Jackson. Here's Peterson. Off target from 3-point range.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
And the foul called on MP. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Driving to the basket. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
The first free throw is good. Good on both. Chicago leading by 22. Here's Hunter. And the rejection by Jackson.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And Jaren Jackson Jr. is so impressive, especially on the defensive end.
A dynamic shot blocker, Greg. Jaren Jackson is someone that loves setting the tone on the defensive end. Not to mention, he's a very skilled offensive threat.
And Morant gets it to go.
He is just self-willing his team right now, doing everything he can to keep them alive.
Pass to Griffin. From 17 feet out, it's Chicago with another bucket.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Here's Woolridge. Out of hand on it. Hunter finds Griffin. Back to MP. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
Here's Morant, and he's got 41. That shot wide open. Morant's got 43 points. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Chicago. MP against Morant. Inside. And there's Banchero on the assist by MP. Banchero's got 6 in the quarter.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Morant outside. Driving inside. And Morant throws it down.
The defense tried to guard Ja Morant, but with his speed, he blew right past him.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a prolific shot blocker, but blocks aren't his goal. He said, I'm playing the game to not foul, but make it as hard as I can. And if I block it, then cool. Avoiding those whistles is key. Ja Morant says of Jackson, his defensive presence is big time for us. We're a totally different team with him out there on the floor. Kevin?
They are indeed. Hey, DA, thank you. Down low, here's Morant. It's deflected. MP dishes to Griffin. And here's MP for 3. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists now in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
It's easy for me. Look at their defensive effort all game. The block total shows their commitment to contesting shots.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Banchero passes to Hunter. Can't cash in from close range. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Morant outside. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. They swipe it. Here's Peterson. And there's the pass to Morant. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Here's Hunter. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. Bancaro outside. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a timeout called by Memphis. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
Ball's checked in for the Bulls. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. Second, the Grizzlies. Fourth, the Bulls.
Yeah, I mean, both of these clubs are really...
The Bulls shooting an impressive 65%, having their way with this defense. So with Thompson sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. All out there with MP. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Julius Randle. And it's Levine in at the 3. And for Memphis, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Smart passes to Morant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Hunter. And good, he hits it again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Morant outside. So, Steve, you were... Oh!
Yes! Yes! The decision-making keeps improving. Ja Morant looking comfortable operating in pick and rolls.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Randle.
Still looking for improvement from the line. Randle could pick up a couple extra points a game if he did.
Morant finds Smart. Over ball. Smart misses. Here's Chicago. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Passes it to Jovic. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Carter's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And the dunk by MP.
What a beautiful look. Randle continues to round out his game in the prime of his career.
Smart against Ball. McDaniels kicks to Smart. Pass to Jovic. Morant right side. In the corner, Smart with it. From outside, off the mark.
It's so hard to keep the defense honest when you miss wide open looks like that.
Levine gets the bucket.
Great use of the mid-range. Levine going old school.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 10-2 run here. Ball, the pass to Hunter. Morant with the steal. Now, here's McDaniels. Guarded by Levine. Up top, Morant. With the floater. Rebound collected by Levine.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Back to MP. Offline with his 3.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here's Morant. Cans the 12-footer. Morant's got 54 points.
One of those guys that can take over a game. Ja Morant proven to be the difference.
The drive by MP. And that one is good.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Hunter against Morant. Pass to McDaniels. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 3rd assist on the night. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Hunter against Morant. Randall with the bucket.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now Morant. They set the pick. The pass to Tillman. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. We've seen players criticized for skipping their media obligations after tough losses, Greg. How egregious is that in your opinion?
Well, you know, they say the true test of character is how you respond to when things aren't going your way. So, for me, it's important to be accountable in those tough moments.
Woolridge is checked in for McDaniels.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The free throw drops for Hunter.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And here's Morant. Passes it to Woolridge. Memphis moving it around. Here's Jackson. Hits the jump hook.
Love the shot selection Jaren Jackson has, especially from the interior. It's why he's so efficient.
To the paint. Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Memphis.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Morant against MP. Woolridge a screen on Hunter. Back to Tate. 5 to shoot. Here's Peterson. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Memphis has gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Peterson the pass to Morant. Tate kicks to Morant. And they double up Morant. Here's Peterson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Carter sets the pick for MP. To the middle, picked off in midair. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. Here's Peterson. Lays it in off the breakaway. Peterson's got 5 points in the quarter. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Randall, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaren Jackson.
I mean, there's a lot of natural power to Randall's game. He's a handful in there.
Players we know get mic'd up now, Steve, so we can get some insight to their talking on the floor or on the bench. How would that have gone over in your day?
Well, you know, Kevin, we got mic'd up. I did not like it. You felt funny having just extra stuff that you had to carry around. But I love to hear the communication that goes on in the game now, sitting on this side.
The Bulls have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. Hunter, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Woolridge a screen on Ball. Woolridge's shot is off.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
Yeah, that's a pass he's got to catch. Maybe just starting to relax a little too much with that lead.
Pass to Tate. Back to Morant. Jackson against Randall. Jackson kicks to Morant. Pass to Peterson. 6 to shoot. And again, Memphis no good.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
And that one, good. Hunter's got 59 points.
Oh, great body control by MP. The pull-up, a very difficult shot to master.
Morant outside. At the elbow, it's Jackson. The 3-ball. Good, he hits again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And Hunter, here we go. Nice D from Woolridge. And Steve with the way these NBA players can reach out to each other with ease. How much off-court communication do you think is going on?
I think a lot is going on, Kevin. A lot of these players have been playing with each other or against each other from a long time since they were young in AAU. Because of social media and also the internet, it makes the world that much smaller. These guys communicate way more than we did.
Price is checked in for Chicago. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Love the execution. Ja Morant is big time at breaking down the defense in these sets.
Burke, the pass to MP. And Woolridge pulls it down. Woolridge has got his 6th rebound on the night. Going inside. Lots of room. Almost, but it rolls out.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
MP finds Randall. And here's MP for 3. And Woolridge pulls it down. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. The pass to Jackson. No good on the triple. Bulls have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. And yep, another basket.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Passes it to Morant. Here's Peterson. Burke covering. The 3 from Morant. Offensive rebound. And Tate gets it to go.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Floats it up there for Morant. Tate the pass to Morant. Down low. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
And he knocks down the first one. Wagner's checked in for Randall. And he can't hit the second. Grizzlies shooting here in the 4th quarter, around 41%. Here's Peterson. Burke covering. Here's the teardrop. Here's Jackson. And he makes good on the layup.
The D has to be more assertive with Jaren Jackson inside. Even with some contact, he's still able to score.
The drive. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Pass to Morant. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bulls moving the ball around. Wagner has screen on Tate to the inside. And again, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. Morant passes to Peterson. And Woolridge kicks to Morant. And they double up Morant. And stolen by Burke. Pull-up jumper. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Woolridge has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under the belt.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets. And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Now here's Morant. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. For three, Hunter hits it again. Wow!
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Peterson. Burt covering. Shot to stop the run. Randall with the block.
Staying connected, timing his jump perfectly. Randall showing he can make plays at both ends.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance. Particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Good game, MP.
Okay, I haven't looked up the numbers, but MP's got to have one of the greatest seasons when it comes to forcing turnovers.
He's doing great, but here's a fun bit of trivia. You know who has the most steals in a season?
Wilt.
Nope.
MJ?
No.
Just tell me.
Alvin Robertson, who had 301 in 1986, averaging 3.7 per game.
Alvin Robertson. I would have never got that.
I know.
You love it when I suffer.
Oh, I wouldn't say suffer, but squirming sure is fun.
Nice.
Okay, I'll give you an easy one. who had the most steals in a season since 2000?
I'm going to say Allen Iverson.
Ding, ding, ding. Nice job, Sean.
Yeah, I looked it up.
I should have known.
Well, I had to find the answer.
He.
Let's get this.
Confident and ready for action, the Bulls as they head to the locker room earlier. The home. Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. And tonight, we've got the Sacramento Kings playing against the Chicago Bulls here at their home, United Center. I'm Brian Anderson at the table with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Let's check out Sacramento's starting lineup. We've got Alperon Şengün, and it's Kuzma in at the 3. Well, we got an old-fashioned matchup on our hands tonight, Grant. Two teams who deploy impactful big men.
Yeah, B.A., and in a league where perimeter play so often is the deciding factor, tonight I expect this to be a slugfest inside.
Now here's Şengün. Douglas, defended by Thompson. Shot clock at 5. The floater. Second chance shot. And there's a nice layup by Şengün.
Oh, he'll wear you down with the way he grinds it out on the offensive glass.
Now here's Hunter. The D's right on him. To the paint. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Oh, a tremendous leader. MP is always looking to get his teammates involved out there.
The Kings have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Banchero.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Griffin passes to Banchero. Outside Hunter. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Oh, that had some mustard on it. MP showing some real force on the finish.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Black. In his last outing, 8 points for him. Pass to Galloway. Here's Black. The 3 ball. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
To the middle. Here's MP. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Douglas, defended by Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Şengün, a screen on Griffin. 5 to shoot. Knocks down the triple.
And this is where Kuzma wants to just keep improving, find some consistency. He knows guys like him have to keep hitting threes.
Yes, sir!
Oh, my!
Throw that one up top. What a play. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Pass to Galloway. There's the 3. Hunter with the rebound. Chicago leading. The 3 from Banchero. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
That's a determined drive from MP. He gets inside and forces that foul. That trip to the line is earned.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Kuzma, the pass to Black. Back to Kuzma. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Bulls. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
And at the offensive end, they were lights out in that game. They found all sorts of ways to punish the D.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Black. It's rebounded by Banchero.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And that one good.
And so far, this game has belonged to MP, getting to his spots and executing with ease.
Douglas, defended by Thompson. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. Unloads from 13. And that one's good.
Yeah, feel for him right now, guys. He's much better than this 1-for-4 start. He just needs to relax a little bit out there and let that game come around to him.
And, yep, it's good.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
The Kings have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. It's stolen by Hunter. Out to Thompson. Tries it from 16. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists in the game. The Kings trailing. Here's Black. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Galloway. Over Banchero. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
What a feed from Kuzma. I like when he finds the open man, and so do they.
Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's MP. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
They're really working the paint now.
The Kings have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Pass to Şengün. Here's Galloway, guarded by Banchero. Here's Black. Here's Şengün. It's rebounded by Banchero.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Sacramento has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Douglas, defended by Thompson. Douglas. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
MP looking around. Inside. And Banchero with the bucket. And the assist by Hunter. Hunter's got his 4th assist in this one. The Kings have gone 6 of 13 so far in this one. Douglas, defended by Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Şengün. And the layup is good off the glass. Şengün's got 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll. Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Here's Kuzma. It's blocked. And now the Bulls in transition. And MP throws it down hard.
Transition hoops, they're huge for this squad. MP making it happen.
Douglas, defended by Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Now Kuzma. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Grant, for them, this is game 2 of a back-to-back. Does that schedule wear you out as a player?
You know, at times the schedule can be tough, but sometimes it also works in your favor because you can maintain a good rhythm game to game.
Julius Randle's checked in for Chicago. Ball comes in for Thompson. Sabonis, he's checked in for Sacramento. Douglas, guarded by Banchero. They get it again.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Kings have gone 7 of 16 so far. To the inside. Sabonis can't hit. Chicago has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. From the wing, Randle, good. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
There's a screen. Hunter with the ball. And Sabonis picks him up defensively.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Timeout called. Sacramento. And time for the power rankings. Latter half of February. Fascinating to see where teams stack up during this part of the season. Taking a look at Detroit, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Chicago, they've really lived up to the hype surrounding them this year, proving they're at the absolute top of their game.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Ewing. Outside, Williams. 5 on the clock. To the wing, right side. Douglas drills it from deep. He's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Back to MP. Pass to Randall. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They are so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Sabonis, the pass to Williams. The baseline J. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Chambers has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
And it's Randall with the jam.
And somebody not alert to block out the wide frame of Julius Randle, who gets in there after the loose ball.
Pass to Sabonis. Douglas, covered by MP. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Smooth finish off a terrific feed.
Man, the timing and execution couldn't have been any better right there.
You know, Brent, one thing about Domantas Sabonis, he definitely helps their offensive flow.
Yeah, he's one of the better screeners in the league. And you know this, Grant. Those dribble handoff plays create so much movement, space, and rhythm to an offense. That's where Sabonis really excels.
Pass to Ewing. Beyond the arc. Chambers grabs the miss. Chambers has got his 6th rebound on the night. Ball passes to MP. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And the defense knows they got to cover MP very close. But he gets physical and exploits the coverage there for a foul.
Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. Thompson comes in for Banchero. It's stolen by Hunter. And MP throws it down hard.
Yeah, those live ball turnovers, they're huge. MP steal leads to production.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 17. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. And here are the Kings now. Ewing passes to Şengün. Now here's Edwards. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Bulls.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Wendell Carter is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Griffin, then it's MP, and it's Thompson in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. Kuzma against Thompson. Here's Black. Shot clock at 6. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to be on MP.
It was a strong move. The shot's just a little off.
It's a small piece of real estate on the court. But aside from shots at the rim, the corner 3, now the most common shot in the NBA.
And arguably the most efficient shot in the game. Obviously dunks and free throws are what you want most. But 22 feet away instead of 23-9. That half step closer, BA, is making a difference in the shooting numbers.
Black passes to Kuzma. Down low. And there's Şengün on the assist from Kuzma. Şengün's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's MP. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let-up.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Here's Galloway. Check by Randall. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds in the game. Hunter, good.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here's Black. Hunter covering from the arc. And Ewing gets it to go. Ewing's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Hunter passes to Thompson. Back to Hunter. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. Shot's good by Black. Black's got 7 points.
And really showing the athleticism, flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another. Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his 3rd foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Carter. Black passes to Şengün. Tries again. And the layup falls. He's got 16.
Good things come to those who hustle. He creates the second chance opportunity.
To the middle. Out to Thompson. Pass to Griffin. MP outside. On the wing, Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. Back to MP. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And here's Griffin outside. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Kuzma with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Pass to Şengün. It's rebounded by Banchero. The Bulls have gotten 7 shots out of 14 attempts in the second quarter. Hunter, good.
Demonstrating how effective he can be from long range. Love watching MP shoot from down there.
Timeout call. Sacramento. MP getting it done for the Bulls. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Checking out the Kings. They're a middle-of-the-pack team. Sure, they'll get some wins, but I don't know how much more beyond that.
Seems like they're missing a key piece or two. Maybe one of their younger guys will step up down the stretch.
And now talking about our current game, gotta be impressed with the big halftime lead for the Chicago Bulls.
Well, they're winning with better offense. They're moving the ball well, getting high percentage shots. This is what efficiency looks like, guys.
Near flawless execution, no doubt about it. But we still have another half to go. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He took a head-on approach in the first half, going straight at the D and drawing fouls.
Yeah, almost inviting contact, that attack mentality on full display.
Taking a look at the Kings, we've got Kyle Kuzma, and it's Galloway in at the power forward position.
Dropping the hammer, MP showing off his hops.
And the Kings shooting at 45% of the game so far. Black passes to Galloway. Here's Black. Lays it up and banks it in. Black's got 11 points.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play. Wow, that is awesome to see the small man challenge the big man. Sometimes when you jump, you can be taller than the big fella.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Here's Black. Second half getting started, about a minute played. And he's going for the oop here. And Şengün throw it down.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. Here's Hunter. And MP throws it down.
Creating offense with his first-rate handles, MP has the ball on a string.
Here's Black, covered by MP. To the inside, Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Hunter passes to Chambers. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Hunter's got 9 assists now tonight. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Şengün. From outside the arc. Connects from downtown. Give him 8.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Outside Hunter. Banchero the screen. Hunter passes to Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
He did. I mean, MP understands how to read a defense, including how to spot overcommitments and getting it to open teammates.
Pass to Şengün. Now Kuzma. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his 3rd foul so far.
Watch outside.
And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And now the Bulls in transition, moving it up. And Griffin the bucket on the assist by Thompson. Griffin's got his 2nd bucket on the night.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
Pass to Şengün, to the paint. Black. That shot off. Oh, great D that time from MP.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Banchero the screen. Hunter passes to Thompson. 6 to shoot. And here's Hunter. Rebound by the Kings. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Black. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Hunter with the ball, and it's Şengün picking him up. Oh, they pick off the pass. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox are a great tandem. Sabonis said, quote, "He lets me be me. A starting point guard usually doesn't like the big man bringing up the ball, but he lets me do my thing, and I feel like we feed off of each other. He's so fast. Can get to the rim, I can get him open, and then let him do his thing, so it works both ways." Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Douglas. The quick look, no good that time. For Chicago, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Griffin finds Thompson. MP outside. Pass to Banchero. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Chicago.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
First one falls for him.
There's all these little attributes to Kyle Kuzma's game that you start to see show themselves. He's developing as a passer and as a rebounder. I think his best basketball is still ahead of him.
Inside, here's Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Pass to Şengün, and it's rejected.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And MP throws it down.
And how about that connection? MP just up off the deck, and he soars to throw that one down.
The Kings have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. To the middle, Douglas. And he converts the layup. 10 points for him.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
MP, the pass to Chambers. Gets the 3 ball to go.
It does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Douglas, defended by Thompson. Pass to Black. Over MP. Black, no good. Chicago has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. The 3 from Thompson. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Thompson's got 9.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the 3 off target. Sacramento has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Black passes to Şengün. Griffin against Kuzma. Back to Şengün. Pass to Black. Douglas. Again, the miss by the Kings. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. And after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Banchero the screen. Down low. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Here's Black, covered by MP. Şengün passes to Kuzma. Oh, no good again that time.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Banchero finds Griffin. MP outside. Banchero the screen. MP the pass to Banchero. Yet another assist. That's another dime from him.
He's tallying them up fast, B.A. They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Douglas, defended by Thompson. Şengün, a screen on Thompson. This one for three. Chicago grabs the miss.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
The Kings have gotten 6 of 14 shots to drop in this third quarter. It's stolen by Hunter. Thompson passes to Chambers, and he goes in for the dunk.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Kuzma outside. To the paint. Here's Black. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Back to Hunter. To the inside. And it's Chambers missing. Sacramento has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Douglas buries it from 3. 13 points in the game.
His 3rd triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
MP, the pass to Chambers. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
For Sacramento, they've gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter. Douglas, defended by Thompson. Şengün, a screen on Griffin. Kuzma for 3. It's rebounded by Banchero. Banchero's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. And Griffin gets it to go.
Now, he shot a lower than average volume here tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped the team build the lead.
The Kings shooting around 41% in the third quarter. Douglas, defended by Thompson. Douglas. And it's blocked.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point. Sacramento shooting an average of 43% from the floor. Zach LaVine out there with Julius Randle. Then it's Wendell Carter. Then it's Lonzo Ball. And it's MP in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
When he gets that close to the rim, it takes great D to stop him.
And you look at how screens are set in today's game. Brent, the screeners get away with a lot.
Yeah, you could call them legal screen on almost every pick and roll now. There's a lot of leaning. There's a lot of moving. Guys are extended outside of their body with their feet. But offenses, they greatly benefit from the way the game is called, and they'll continue to take advantage of it.
Oh, what a pass. Those 2 read each other really well.
Looks like a play they've definitely run in practice. And here are the Kings now. Ewing passes to Edwards. To the paint. Here's Sims. Randle pulls down the board. Randle's got 5 rebounds in the game. And here's Hunter for 3. Book it. And it's Randle with the assist. Randle's got his 6th assist of the night. Williams passes to Edwards. Here's Ewing. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense. Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Down low. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Hunter. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Here's Ewing. The kick out to Edwards. Pass to Ewing. Back to Edwards. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Here's Randall. Oh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Ewing passes to Edwards. Here's Sims. Checked by Randall. Pass to Ewing. Three-pointer. And it's Chicago with a board. Hunter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Inside. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Hunter's got 46.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Williams passes to Ewing. Back to Williams. Grant, you had an incredible career. 2-time college champ, 7-time All-Star. But tell me where owner ranks in your career resume.
You know, B.A., it's very fascinating. The main reason I wanted to open the door for other ex-players to get equity in teams, I do believe ownership groups should involve ex-players and listen to us, you know, and I think that is where the league is ultimately headed.
Galloway's checked in for the Kings. Clock at 4. Here's Williams. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. The field for the three-point contest is just about set. And no matter what the final list looks like, it's going to be an incredible competition.
It just always is. The winner gets to stake claim as best shooter in the world. And that's a title lots of guys in this league really want.
You look at MP. He's currently up there in the voting at number 2. So clearly no one is sleeping on his abilities as a lights-out three-point shooter.
Yeah, it's his long-range shooting that puts him on another level. Definitely a guy who belongs in this contest.
And the hype around this year's three-point contest has been tremendous, and it's only increasing as All-Star Weekend gets closer.
Yeah, looking at the list now, I think any of these guys could win it. Speaking just as a fan, I can't wait to see what happens. They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Ewing passes to Edwards. Out to the right wing. Here's Şengün. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Here's Hunter, and MP throws it down.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Back to Williams. To the middle. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
For Sacramento, they've gone 4 for 10 in the 4th. Black passes to Şengün. Kuzma for 3. Hunter with the rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Kuzma outside. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. It's going to be on MP, and he's good on. Now called Sacramento. Galloway, the pass to Black. Kuzma outside. Here's Black. Douglas. Here's Şengün. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket. Şengün's got 30.
And maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
That's tough to take as a defender. You've got position, and you still get beat.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 13-4 run. The floater, and he lays it in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Inside, here's Hunter, and again!
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Pass to Black. Lets it go. Rebound by the Bulls. Randall's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. 11 feet out. And there's another one for the Bulls.
And despite the defender's length, he goes right up from the mid-range.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Kuzma with the ball. Takes the three. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Here's Black. Pass to Galloway. Here's Black. Lets the three fly. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got rebound number 11. Here's Burke. And another dime for him.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. A minute 50 left in the fourth. Douglas gets it to go from 8 feet. 20 points for him. 1:44 left in the final quarter. Ball passes to Hunter. Randall on the screen. Pass to Carter. Back to MP. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
You have to admire MP's obvious love for the game. This guy just wants to get out there and play hard.
And both free throws good for MP. Sacramento shooting just around 45% on the fourth.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bulls.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And another victory added to their resume. This will be their 53rd win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for MP.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
Black passes to Kuzma. Here's Galloway from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Here's Burke, defended by Kuzma. Again! What an avalanche!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Şengün against Carter. Kuzma outside. Doubled by Randall. Here's Galloway. Drops in the three.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Here's Hunter. Rebounded by Kuzma. Here's Black. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. So long, everybody.
that be a good mascot?
This team?
Yeah.
That suit?
Yeah.
off the court.
Okay, I'll be there.
Hey, did you see the dog park over there? I did. It reminds me. Where did you find your hamster? Ooh, I went to